Jesi, as a person, describing her would be a fireball. Is just someone that is upbeat, full of energy. You can see it in her eyes. They're so bright, so full, and they're just so wide open, willing to accept, like, life.
My mom, she's super nice, and she's kind and gentle. She's helped me to do everything in life. She's always here to help me.
I'm Jesi Dewey. I'm a group fitness instructor at the YMCA where I teach Pilates and cycle. And then I am also by title an interior designer. I'm also a full-time mom.
Jesi's role in our family is basically like a captain. This is what's going on right now. This is what's going on in like 20 minutes. Okay, this is what's going on next week.
To be a mom and still work, it's very tough. I am up at 6 a.m., get my body moving, do all the supplements that I take. I will try to get in a workout. Then at 6:45, the alarm goes off to get Tavin up. He's my middle child. And so I get him up, get him ready for school. We're out the door by 7:03 to catch the bus, do a little walk around the neighborhood to clear my head, come back, and then I start getting the youngest ready, make sure everyone has breakfast. I do all the juicing. Depending on the day, we're running to the gym to go teach, or I'm taking Hollis to school. I work for a couple hours, and then getting snacks, prepping dinner, packing something, and we're at the hockey rink.
I do a lot of hockey, and it's my favorite thing to do.
I volunteer with the hockey team as their off-ice coach. We're there usually somewhere between 4:30 and 5 till 8, 8:30, 9 at night. We come home, eat dinner. We really try to do dinner as a family, and then it's goodnight affirmations, and then I take all my supplements again, and spend a little moment with Thomas. So usually by 10 p.m., I'm checked out. And so we do keep a tight schedule. There are plenty of things that have to still get done. It doesn't matter if I have cancer or not. Groceries still have to be bought. The house still has to be clean. My life doesn't look traditional, my work doesn't look traditional, and that's okay. Within the interior design company, I have done everything from design assistant, junior designer, senior designer, warehouse manager, purchasing. I've worked in the finances, so I've done multiple things. So right now, my direct, I guess you would say, title is Senior Interior Designer and Director of Special Projects. When my husband was in medical school, I decided to be a stay-at-home mom, and I went nuts because I don't sit well. And I had a friend invite me to a Zumba class. I fell in love with it because it was engaging, I was dancing. Also, the overachiever of me was like, well, if I can take the class, I can teach the class. And so I went and got certified. It soon became just a part-time gig, but it was what I needed at the time to fulfill that need. And it was easy to show up because people were counting on me.
You are capable. You are strong enough. And one, set that hand down.
That's where group fitness became just a passion of mine. So then I got certified in personal training. It just turned into this whole snowball effect. I consider myself an overachiever, yes. I am a very self-driven person. Really my ambition in life and with my career was to become a CEO. I want to make $1 million a year. Yes, I would say I'm very much an overachiever. Before my diagnosis, it was very common for me to work between 40 and 80 hours a week. January 4th, 2021, right after I said, 2021 is gonna be the best year ever. The OB called, but it was really late at night, and she apologized because she's like, but I had to call you and tell you that your pap smear came back with neuroendocrine cancer. And I had no idea what that meant. Thomas was with me at the time of the call, and he, being Mr. Doctor, he just goes, she just gave you a death sentence.
Hearing about neuroendocrine carcinoma, I was familiar with it from school and knew that cell line is pretty much everywhere in the body. It's always not good news when you have to hear something like that. Did we catch it soon enough? Are we too late? Where are we in this whole thing? You have so many questions and no answers.
The oncologist had cleared a piece of his schedule to get me in right away. But he came in and he was like, hey, good news. We caught it at stage 1. We're going to beat it and it's going to be just fine. He laid out the care plan and said, okay, this is what we're doing. 25 to 30 rounds of radiation, X amount of chemo. Like, it was just a checklist for me. The severity of it honestly didn't set in until it metastasized and came back in December of 2021. So I went through the first 9 months of thinking, I've got this. The cancer just has to fit in my life. I started going back to work, started working more, getting back up to those 40 hours. Okay, I gotta get my master's, I'm gonna become CEO. And so I was very, again, career driven. So getting a timestamp just halted me because, like, how do I fit a lifetime into 3 years? I have kids to raise, now I have memories to make. My approach to life has changed drastically. I really have realized that there is so much more to life, that it's not about how much I'm making. My job title no longer really means anything to me. Life is about developing us as characters. We can't take our job titles with us. It is about what we are as a person deep in our soul that goes with us or is left. I decided to start volunteering to be their off-ice coach selfishly so I can spend a little more time with them, so I can watch their training, make sure that they're having good form, but that they can see work ethic too.
I like her being there. I like to know that she's there and trying to help us improve and trying to help us get better at the sport we love.
And so my shift in life has become about implementing those foundational life lessons.
Mentally, you gotta push through it, buddy. The body is capable.
To be a mom, that role has changed quite a bit in my head over the years. I feel this urgency to implement this strong foundation of knowing that these guys are loved and knowing that their mother loves them and creating opportunities and memories that they can hold on to, and when life gets tough, that they can look back and remember that somebody loved them unconditionally for just who they are. I refuse to be a victim, and I don't believe I'm a victim of cancer. Cancer is affecting me, but I'm not going to let it control my life. I can feel crappy at home, or I can feel crappy at work. Like, either way, I'm still going to feel crappy, so I might as well show up and do something.
Mentally, you're preppy.
So I've been trying to be very open about my journey from the very beginning. I had met Brooke in December of 2021. She was just such an amazing support as I had gotten the new prognosis. We were just hanging out one day and she was like, I feel like I need to start a podcast. Will you do a podcast with me? And I was like, yeah, like I've been feeling like I need to vocalize things that aren't talked about throughout the journey.
And then just thinking about going back to chemo, you just feel sick, right?
The main purpose of this podcast is to give education to people, to talk about the hard conversations, things that are not being talked about. Things like, how does your relationship look? How do I navigate life? How do I navigate my new life? And is so easy to feel lost and to feel hopeless. I also want to show people that you can still show up, that there is still hope no matter what. My hope is for people to see that mountains can be moved. So even when it seems like it's the darkest of night or things just suck, if for better use of words, like that there is always a hope. I wake up in the morning and I'm not saying I have cancer. I am saying I am grateful I'm alive. Let's conquer today. And even if I don't feel good, I'm still showing up and getting done what needs to be done. But I also give myself grace that truly, if I am tired, if I need to rest, I allow myself to rest. But I will say, okay, I'm tired. I'm gonna give myself 30 minutes, and that's okay. And then once that 30 minutes is up, let's rock and roll.
To me, having Jesi in my life, that's the kind of painted picture. It's a horizon. You know, when you're sitting there staring at it, you see the sun and you see the brightness and you see color and you see opportunity and beauty.
My biggest hope for my family is that they will be okay, that they will be brave, and that they will be strong, that they will have that inner confidence and that inner drive to want to live life and all the greatness and all the capacities that life has to offer.